Welcome, beautiful yogis. You are in the right place, and I must reset this one little thing here, and now you will hear me. It's still not right. We will get our sound right. So we'll start in a seated position, nice and tall. Find your spine, and then take your arms wide, open the palms. Feel the tallness and the vigor in your hands as we now, while breathing in, raise the arms up. Parallel arms, and then exhale, return on that same trajectory, turning the palms down to lightly touch the mat. And inhaling again, wide and up to parallel arms. Exhale, the arms come back down, lightly touch the mat. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, letting your hands now come to rest on your knees, relaxed elbows, sit tall, lowering the gaze. Begin your breath low in the belly and let it rise. All the way to fullness and blow it away. Feeling the incoming breath rise from your low belly and spread through your ribs and crest at the collarbones. Little holding moment and blow your breath away. And let's take that one more time. Lovely, everyone. Our first breath practice is a clearing and cleansing breath to just remove any sluggishness, clear the bottom of the lungs, and strengthen the core. So this is kapalbhati, and these are short, sharp exhalations. If you put your hand on your tummy, you'll know that you're doing it right. As you exhale, your tummy sharply draws back. Relax it, and the inhale happens by itself. Once you get the feel of it, you could pick up the rhythm a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All the breath out. Keep breathing out as you draw your belly in and hold the empty moment. Now relax your belly to breathe in, hand rests down. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Let's hold this full breath, lifting your chest, lowering your chin. And now we'll level the chin and blow the breath away. Second round, kapalbhati breath, short, sharp exhalations. And all the breath out, 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 out. Squeeze your belly in. Now relax your belly for the deep breath in, which we'll hold. So breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Fill up a little bit more. Lower the chin, keep your chest lifted, shoulders relaxed, hold. And release this breath too, all the way out. Doing great, everyone. We're going to do one more round of the kapalbhati breath. Short, sharp exhales, and here we go. And all the breath out, out, out. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze the breath out. Now relax your belly for a deep breath in. So relax as this breath comes in. And just keep breathing in until we're full. And at the fullness, keep your chest lifted, shoulders back, chin low. Hold your breath. Good, and then exhale, let your chin come back to normal. Sit for a moment in the natural breath. How is it now? This is a disrupting breath, disrupting whatever is going on to bring us here and now. Nice, everyone, and let's recross the legs the other way. Good. With your hands on your knees, bring your heart forward, lift your chest, nice slow inhale, and then the slow exhale as we round the back. Draw forward to breathe in, and round your back. So these breaths now more complete, more slow, deeper and smoother. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Great, everyone. Good. And so now we'll come off the blanket if you were sitting on one. I'm going to sit sideways. You don't have to turn, just so that you could see a little better what I'm doing. Sitting now with the feet flat, hands behind to lift the heart and open into the chest. Feet pressing down to now raise your butt off the ground an inch or 2 or all the way to tabletop. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. That's it. Inhale, raise your hips, flatten the tabletop, and exhale down. So this is really strengthening triceps and wrists. We don't need to hold, nor do we need to let the head hang back so that your neck doesn't stress in this. We've got 2 to go. Lifting up, lowering down, and lifting up, and lowering down. Good. And so now we're down. Ease your wrists, a little circling action will do that. And now hold behind your thighs, lean back with the chest lifted, and take your feet just off the floor. So approaching the boat pose. The feet could lift a little bit. Just feeling it out. Try straightening one leg and bending the knee. So the straighter the leg, the bigger the pose. We're still holding on, just warming up into this. Great. And now let's bring the feet down. Draw your hands around the knees and draw the spine up, taking the roundness out of the back. Nice, everyone. And now bring your hands back to tabletop. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Hold your thighs. Inhale to boat pose. And exhale, feet to the mat. Alternating these two poses. Lift up and lower down. Boat pose. Lift the feet and lower down. So stay connected to your breathing. As we warm up, the legs might straighten a little bit more, or they maybe won't. So just doing the best you can. Lovely. Boat pose. We've got one more set. Feet down. Raise your hips. Lower the hips. And boat pose. Good. Let's stay in boat pose now. So engage your core and lift your chest. Maybe keep holding or reaching your arms. Lovely. Good. Lower the feet. Draw upright, hands pulling on the legs. Nice, everybody. And from here, we'll slowly, so strategize you're fully on your mat as you lower to lie down all the way onto the mat. And take a little moment of ease here on your back with your shoulders relaxed. Face relaxed, flow of breath. So we started off with some vigor, some active breath, and then quite an active sequence to begin. Let's bring the right knee in towards the chest, hold with both hands. Slide your left leg straight and ground through the sacrum. And as we hold this shape, simply circle your right foot a few times each way. And then go ahead and let the right foot relax. We're still holding the right knee. The very engaged left leg comes off the floor 2 or 3 inches. And we stay here for 3 slow breaths. Keep your low back pinned. Keep that left leg engaged and just off the mat. And let your breaths be smooth and long. And the next exhale, just bring your left knee in to your left hand. So we've got a hand on each knee. Exhale, draw both thighs close in. And then both hands around the left. And the exhale sees the right leg sliding straight out on the mat with a little push through the right leg and a very relaxed left foot that can circle. Circling the other way. And then letting that left foot just be as we take this long straight right leg just off the floor. So now the core has to work and the low back's pressed down and our breaths are slow and deep. On the exhale, bring your right knee into your right hand and draw both thighs close to the body. Push both away as the inhale occurs. Little hollow in the low back. Exhale, draw the thighs in and flatten the low back. A couple more. If you like, as you exhale, you could curl up, head towards the knees, lying the head down as we push the knees away for the inhale. It's our last one. Draw the knees in and maybe curl up. Head lies down and feet land on the mat. Arms at rest near your body. Pause and feel here. Good. Feel how your feet are parallel and on the mat. Please bring your hands now to cup your head. And lift your head and your chest up off the floor. Wriggling a little higher. Good. And then we'll do a little exhale, lift higher. Inhale down. And exhale, curl up, draw the low belly in, keep your back flat into the ground. Inhale, back down we go with the head, curling up. Exhale, contract your belly. Inhale down. And we've got 3 to go. Curling up. And 2 to go. So we're holding the head so the neck doesn't strain and that the core can engage. And next exhale is the last one, curling up. And lie your head down and bring your arms near your feet. And lift the feet so they are parallel to the mat, knees over hips. Right arm, left leg, extend on inhale. And come back to the starting place on exhale. Left arm and right leg extend while breathing in. Little hold. Exhale, bring it back. So continue to alternate sides in timing with your breath. And this too, activating into the core. And we have one more each side. Good, and then hug both knees in towards the chest. Draw them in close, wriggle a little bit, soothe your back. Good. Can you now, with your right hand, hold your right foot so that it's facing up and the knee is pointing down? And then slide your left leg straight and your left arm near your head. And this is like a lunge if we were standing on the foot. And the left side of the body lengthening. If you want to up the work a little bit in the core, then take your left leg just off the mat. 3 more breaths. Nice. Bend the left knee so the foot can land. Bring the left arm down and guide your outer right ankle to lie across your left thigh for thread the needle legs. Maybe this is where you'll stay, or the left foot comes off the floor as we hold the left thigh with both hands, drawing it in. And resting in the breath and this hip opening shape. We're going to leave the legs exactly as they are, but take the arms now wide out from the shoulders, palms open, and tip your lower body to the left until your right foot comes down to the mat. And breathe a little in this shape. Good. Now that bottom knee is your left knee. Can you bring it up and bring both knees up so that that right thigh is wrapped over your left thigh and the knees are up and the legs are close together. Take the foot off the mat, separate your feet, and hands now reach for feet or ankles, drawing in your legs towards your chest. This is cow face legs. This too, a lovely hip stretch. Letting the breath flow sweetly, deeply. Now we'll let go of the feet, and can you bring the shin bones close together, leaving the wrapped legs. Now hold your head again as we work the core, inhaling your wrapped legs away, and then exhale as you draw them in. Curl up head and chest, elbows towards the knees, and lie your head back down. Inhale, the legs away. Exhaling, curl up. We have 3 to go. And 2 to go. And that last one. Rest your head down. Undo the legs. Feet are parallel to begin. And with your arms just relaxed alongside, let the knees fall wide and the feet match up, cobbler's pose. Taking a moment to tune into the core, which is having more space and more stretch right now after those deep contractions on those exhales. Now we'll bring the knees back up. And so your feet are flat. We're going to put the left foot into the left hand. Knee is bent. And then slide the right leg straight out on the mat. Bring the right arm next to your ear in this upside down lunge. Coming into the shape. And then maybe to amplify, raise the right leg just a few inches off the mat for the 3 slow breaths. Now bend the right knee so the foot can land. Bring the right arm down to help that left outer ankle lie across the right thigh for thread the needle. Hold the right thigh with both hands. Rest here in your breath. Relaxed belly, relaxed breaths, this left hip stretching wide and open. As we now release the hands, let the right foot come to the ground, the arms are wide, the legs stay in this shape, tip to the right until your left foot lands flat. Stay here, there's all kinds of places to feel this stretch. Let your breath penetrate the places that you are feeling in particular. Good. And so the legs are going to stay in this shape, just tip back up. And now let the left thigh close the gap over your right. The foot comes off the mat, separate feet and reach hands to feet. Relaxed breaths as we draw the thighs closer and the shins further apart. Nice, everyone. Letting go the ankles or feet, bring your shins closer together and bring your hands to hold your head. For the little sit-ups, so legs go away, wrapped legs move away on inhale, and then the exhale as we draw in, curl up and stay with this. Inhaling, curling up, exhale. And we have 3 to go. So the legs straighten out, but stay wrapped. 2 to go. And coming to our last one, curl up. Rest your head down, undo the legs, undo, and come again into cobbler's pose for a relaxed moment. Spreading the belly that's been working. And bringing the soothing breath into the feeling right in your belly. Nice. Now bring your knees back up. Separating your feet just about hips width. So we are set up for bridge pose. You might lift your low back, tuck it and flatten it down. And bring your palms flat down near the feet and press the length of the arms into the mat, including the shoulders. Hands, feet, arms press down. Curl from the tailbone, lift your hips up. And while exhaling, come back down. So as we repeat bridge lifting, make sure that you're curling your tailbone up so there's no hollowing in your low back. It's tucked and stretched. Exhale down. 3 more like this. Curling up. Exhaling back down. 2 more. And that last one. Good. Lower down. Soften the belly, soften the breath as your hands rest on your tummy. Soothing and bringing ease. Good. Second set, feet still flat and parallel, hands near the feet. Flatten the low back. Now as we press the feet, raise your hips and both arms overhead. Stretch the arms, touch the ground above you if you can. Exhale, lower the arms, tucked tail lowers your back to the mat. Hands and low back arrive at the same time, end of breath. And up we go again. Feet press and rise. Hips and arms, make sure your knees stay parallel. Exhale, come back down. We have 3 to go. And so now when we do that one more, come up with the hips and the arms and stay here. So really root your feet, tuck your tail, stretch your arms, stabilize your ankles and knees. As we stay for 2 more long, slow breaths. So one more deep breath in to hold. Ready to exhale, lower the arms and your spine to the mat to relax on landing. Cobbler's pose, knees wide, arms roll open. Allowing all this to be, and if cobbler's is edgy on your groin and hips, put blocks under your thighs or just keep your knees up. Now we'll help the knees come back up. Flatten the feet, lift and lower the hips just a smidgen to flatten the low back. And now take the feet off the floor, knees over hips, shin bones parallel to the mat. And cup your head with your hands. Good. And so this is our default starting place that we come back to each time. Begin with the breath in. Exhale, curl up your right elbow to the approaching left knee while your right leg straightens and lowers to come back to starting. This exhale, it's the left leg and the left elbow crossing, and inhale back. So let's do a few more of these. Still the low back, we try to keep it pressed down. As we slowly curl up while one leg extends. Good. The last one is the left elbow reaching across. Then we'll lie the head down. Feet land too. Arms close to your body. Just relaxed mode for a moment. So in a moment, we're going to come into bridge pose with active arms, staying in the pose, and then we'll practice kapalbhati breath that we did at the beginning. If you are not feeling up to this for the moment, you could put a block under your low back as for supported bridge. Good. So press the feet down, raise your hips, activate your arms or grab your block. Establishing now the bridge pose to stay with the active arms. And once you feel you're here, let's start kapalbhati breath. Breathe in and here we go. 5 more. And all the breath out. Draw your belly in, pelvic floor up. Hold the empty moment, hold the bridge pose. Release to breathe in. Still in bridge pose, we're coming into a full breath to hold. Good, and then ready to exhale, remove the arms or the block and lower your back to the ground. To relax in the natural breath, either cobbler's pose or wide feet and lean the knees in. Soften the whole body and feel your breath move through you. And so while it is an agitating breath, stirring up stuck energy in the lungs, it does take us into calm waters, into stillness, into deeper calm. Lovely, everyone. And so now we're going to come up onto the elbows. So curl up, move your elbows underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest, so we're not sagging through the shoulders. And this may be enough, just working your upper body. Or take your feet off the floor and then pulse one leg straight and bend and straight and bend. So this may be enough. Or as we go a little faster, kapalbhati breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your feet come to the ground. Slide your elbows so you can lower back down and relax your head, your neck, your shoulders, and your core, normal breath. Lovely, everyone. Let's roll over to the side. Come to hands and knees with the block at hand. It's good. So we'll start with some cow-cat slow breaths. Inhaling chest forward, hollow the back. Exhale, round the back, draw the belly in as we lower the chin. And reverse for inhale. And round the back, exhale. So now the breaths are deeper, more completely empty, and more deeply full. One more, please. And from the neutral back, we could use the blocks now. Make the arms longer. Middle blocks. And same action with the spine as we take the right leg up. Lift the chest. Raise the knee. Exhale, round the back. And knee to nose. Let's do that 2 more times. One more, and then we'll step the right foot forward all the way through. Press the foot down so that we can lift up, take the arms overhead. And then take the arms wide out like airplane wings. Get steady here. Fill up with the breath. And the exhale, bring the arms to turn towards the right. Turn the trunk. Stay for breath in. Exhale, go a little further to the right. Wrap your right arm behind your back and bring your left hand just past your knee. So we're upright, we're not leaning in here. Your upper body is turning to the right, steadying. And release back to center. Face the front of the mat, raise both arms up. And then on the exhale, bring your hands to your blocks or each side of that foot. Now we're going to straighten the back leg. Curl the toe under. Keep your hips low and your heart lifted. Stay for 3 breaths. On this exhalation, the back knee comes down so that we can straighten the front leg, slide the foot forward, peel the toes back, and we're here for 3 breaths. Slow, deep breaths. And we'll draw the right leg back to come back to 4s for second side. So take your left leg up, lift it up, lift the heart, knee to nose on exhale, squeeze inward. Twice more. On this third one, we put the left foot on the mat at the front, press down on it to raise the arms up, straight up, just vertical, and then wide arms on exhale. Hold steady. Fill up with the breath. Turning now towards your left. Stay here for a breath, spreading the arms, and then exhale, go a little further to the left. Wrap your left arm and bring your right hand over the knee. And we get taller and turn the ribs a little bit more to the left. Navigating balance internally. And then as we turn the head to face the front of the mat, release the arms straight overhead. And exhale your hands to the blocks or to the ground so we can straighten the back leg. 3 breaths. Energy goes back, heart forward. On the next exhale, the right knee comes down and straighten the front leg. Draw the sit bone back, stay to breathe. And draw your left leg back. Place the blocks to the side as we take a downward dog. That's it. Knees are up, hips are high, parallel feet, and then the straight arms open through the shoulders as we bring the heart space through towards the legs. Fill all this with breath. And the next exhale, bring the knees down. Good, ease your wrists. So we'll be doing this again and adding the kapalbhati breath. Some of you have got wrist issues. You can do this in the forearm balance with the elbows on the ground, palms in prayer pose. It would all take the knees up, either downward dog or forearm balance. Getting into your pose, kapalbhati breath, short, sharp exhales. And all the breath out. Hold the empty breath a moment. Take a deep nose breath in. Stay in the pose. Breathe to full capacity and hold the breath. When you are ready, exhale, bring your knees down, and we'll take a child's pose. Resting all the muscles in the body and letting the breath flow naturally. Two more, just relaxing breaths. And let's come back to all fours, using the blocks again, if you like to use the blocks. Knees are close together, and as we did, it's the right leg lifted up, inhale, knee to nose, exhale. We'll do two more. So keep that knee in its own lane as it lifts, and then round under, contract your core. Got one more, and this is the one we'll step forward, right leg through. Curl your back toe, straighten the back leg. Three breaths here. We're adding the twist now to the right. Turn and open to the right and raise the right arm. And three breaths here. Turn your ribs as much as you can. On exhale, lower the hand back to the ground or block, straightening the right leg. Step the back foot maybe just a little bit closer. It'll be easier to straighten the leg, to square the hips, to reach your heart forward. And feeling the breaths here. Great. Staying in this shape, opening again to the right. Twist to the right, over the straight leg. And lower the hand, lower the back knee, and go back to all fours. Second side is the left leg, bent knee lifts up with the heart on inhale. Curl under, exhale, inward contracting muscles. Twice more. On this last one, knee comes forward and foot steps onto the mat so that we can straighten the back leg and stand here on the strong feet and the long, slow breaths. The twist is to the left. Turn your ribs as much as you can. The sense of being pulled up, so the weight on that right hand isn't so much. Exhale, lower the left hand to the ground or block, straightening the front leg. Step a little closer with the back foot. Both legs towards straight. Slow breathing. Stretching into the hamstring. Squared hips. And we'll add one more twist to the left over the straight left leg. We lower the hand and the knee, and let's take extended child's pose. So that would mean wide knees, big toes close. I like to use the blocks. You lower them one level. Extend the arms long and a little wide as you draw your hips back and let your chest move towards the ground. Rest your brow. Deep breaths. And as you breathe in again, come back to all fours. The blocks can go to the side now. And as we curl the toes, take the knees up and walk your feet to the front of the mat. So we're now in a standing forward bend. Rest your hands on knees or shins. Collarbones wide, shoulders back as we inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold over the legs. To this time, come all the way up to tall. Arms overhead. And prayer pose at the heart. Feeling your feet root. Widen up go the arms, inhale. Forward bend, exhale. Hands to shin bones for the halfway up. And then the exhale, take a downward facing dog. Inhaling, come to plank and lower all the way down to the mat. Coming into Sphinx pose. 3 deep breaths in Sphinx. Reaching out of the hips and the low belly. To come out of this, we'll come to the hands. Either go to child's pose and then downward dog. Some of you might go to plank and downward dog. Just see where your body's at today. Two to 3 breaths in downward dog. And we'll walk the feet to the front, coming to the halfway up forward bend, lift the chest, exhale, fold closer to the legs, and we come back to upright. So we're in the sun salutation variations. pausing a couple of breaths before we go into the next one. Good. Root your feet as you exhale and then widen up through the arms, raise the heart, little back bend, exhale, it's a forward bend. Hands to knees or shins, flat back breath in. Now take downward dog on the breath out. Coming to plank on in and lower all the way down. This time, hands near your ribs, elbows close. Active legs, raise your chest, little cobra. Exhale back down. We'll do it twice more. Keep your legs active, pubis pressing down. Inhale, little cobra, and exhale back down. One more time. And back down. Good. We're going back to downward dog in the way that works for you. Three breaths in downward dog. And then let your feet make their way towards the hands, towards the front of the mat. Weight off the hands and wrists. Halfway up, breath in. Exhale, fold deep. Now we're going to stay in this fold deep. Bend your knees a little bit. Can you clasp hands at your low back? And can you straighten the arms into the air? And lift your chest with a halfway up. And exhale, fold in again. Stretching into the shoulders. Couple of breaths, head at ease, active arms. Good, and then we'll undo the arms. We're going to roll up or sweep up all the way to standing. Arms overhead and prayer pose. One more cycle. Inhale, widened up. Exhale, diving forward. Hands to shins halfway up. Exhaling to downward dog. Inhaling to plank. Lower all the way down. Now feel free to be in Sphinx here, or reach your arms back, lift the chest, and now lift the legs as well. 3 breaths. Here comes the exhale, hands down, toes curled under, press back to downward dog, taking as many steps as you like to get there. And we'll take 3 breaths there. Walking to the front of the mat for the standing forward bend. And we'll do what we did, a little knee bend, hands clasped or hands at hips. Draw the chest open for inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in, and arms reach overhead as your head hangs low. 2 breaths. Good. Either rolling up with ease or sweeping up with a strong back. All the way up. Coming to prayer pose and pausing. Let's take a wide stance. Parallel feet. Hands to hips, lifting your heart, and exhale, heart leads as we come forward And let your arms hang and inch their way forward, fingertips only, as your hips and thighs pull back. And so, much like child's pose now, we're breathing into the back and the hips, buttocks. Beautiful extension through the torso, creating space. Nice, everyone. Now bring your hands to your hips. Strong in your back. Inhale upright. And once upright, orient. And then we're going to take triangle pose. So widen the stance a little bit and take your right leg out all the way and your left heel slightly away. And bring your arms wide along the horizon. Stabilize here, breath in, and then reach over your turned out leg to come into the triangle pose. Let your bottom arm rest lightly, your top arm in line with it. Breath slow and deep, intentional. The top arm might come next to your ear. Underarm rib stretch. Good. Now strong in your core, raise your bottom arm. Good. And now we're coming all the way up. Root the feet, come upright. Lower the arms, bringing your hands to your hips to parallel the feet again, slightly turned in for a forward bend. So first a lift and a fold. This time let's hold the ankles. And let your upper body slowly dissolve with gravity downwards. Fill it all with breath. Nice. To come up, slide your hands to your thighs or your waist and inhale, come upright. And once up here, set up for second side. Your left leg out, right heel away. Nice straight legs, rooted feet, raise the arms, get wide. On the exhale, over we go into triangle pose. So if there was a wall behind you, your back of the head and upper back would be into that wall. Breathing into this shape. Top arm close to your ear. Good. Strong in the core, the bottom arm lifts. And then deeply root to inhale upright. Relax the arms and parallel your feet. Good. One more forward bend. So either hands on hips or maybe clasped at your back. Lift your heart and forward we go. So just what your shoulders are able to do. If it feels good, your straight arms stretch overhead. For many of us, shoulders say no to that. Your hands could be on your hips or holding your ankles. 2 more breaths, slow and deep. On the exhale, let's bring the hands to the mat, under the face, straighten the arms. Bend your right knee now, shift your hips that way. Come to center with the hips and bend your left knee, lunging your hips that way. So a couple more times, just side to siding your hips. Notice that when you do that, the inseam of the straightening leg gets activated into a stretch. Good, and as you come back to center, walk your feet closer together until they're a parallel. Little bend in the knees, all the weight in the legs now, and let's roll up slowly, letting the head be the last to come up. All the way up, standing tall. Feel this moment. Lovely, everyone. Come to sit. And we return to our opening poses. Feet and hands pressed down. Raise your hips. Lower the hips. Strong in the core. Raise your legs and arms. Great. Feet down. Hands down. Raise your hips. Exhale, lower. Good, and boat pose. Let's stay for 3 breaths. So find the boat pose that's doable now. Nice, feet to the mat. Pull your torso up. And now we're slowly coming down onto the back, looking great. Nice straight back. So slowly onto the back. And let your back settle and your core relax. Feel all that happen. Letting your breath flow deep and smooth and easily. And now with the arms wide out, shift hips a little to the right so the right leg can wrap over the left. For that very relaxing twist to the left, wrapped legs, upper body deeply at ease. Softening now the hands, the wrists, the jaw and the face. Tending the breath, letting it come to fullness, ebb away to empty. 2 more cycles. Now we'll bring the knees up to redo. For second side, little shift left with the left leg wrapping. And the lower body rolls to the right as the upper body stays very spaciously relaxed. And sense your breath just penetrating everywhere. Nice, now we'll slowly come back to center to set up unraveled for final relaxation. So find the midline, reach for your blocks, no props, and let yourself just melt into final relaxation. So take a little time to set that up so that you feel supported. And as you rest with inner body awareness, how we can merge with the ground. As we relax, gravity holds us, draws us down, so we can let go all the efforting and focusing, letting your focus become more diffuse now, generalized state of being held deeply at ease and being breathed. Sense and feel your breathing. Letting it deepen as you prepare now to return. Little wiggling of fingers and toes and rolling of legs and arms. To make your way curled up on your side. Dropping into gratitude, letting that really penetrate throughout your body, awareness. And as you're ready, we'll come up to sit. Complete the class together. Stretch the arms. Bring the palms together. So lovely to practice with you. Here we are, September already. Can't believe it. Thanks, everyone. Namaste.